housekeeping before we get going. Your audio probably is a bit poor. There's a waterfall over there. There's nothing I can do. I'm sorry, it's the swimming pool. I recommend that you have ready your yoga mat, a chair, and maybe a towel or a cushion so that you can cushion your knees. This is going to be suitable for everyone, beginner's yoga class. Oh, you're also going to hear bird noises, sorry. Also have some hydration, lots. And if you fancy it, a nice thing for your yoga class is if you have any aromatherapy or maybe just a nice moisturizer or perfume that you like, spray the air, just tell yourself this is your time. I'm not going to put music on today because the audio on this is not very good. And yeah, that's it. So I'll give you a couple of minutes to get your bits and bobs going. And let's all come to take a comfortable seat on our mat. Finding your comfortable seat. And it might look a bit different to mine. You can begin to perhaps close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. Today's practice, we're going to concentrate on the shoulders and the hips a little bit, because that's where we tend to hold our tension. So maybe a couple of shrugs while we're here. And maybe begin to notice your breath. Notice, is it longer or shorter? Perhaps if it's in your practice, you can begin breathing your ujjayi breath. That is closing your mouth, breathing through your nose. Take a couple of minutes here in silence. Maybe bringing hands to your heart center. Let's bow down, welcoming ourselves to today's practice. Namaste. Let's start with some neck circles. So I'd like you can stay sitting as you are, perhaps. Let's stay as we are. And put your right hand under your right butt cheek, your left hand under your left butt cheek. And we're just going to do some slow neck circles. You can do these at your pace. Just noticing here if there's any tension. And if there's not any tension, then my gosh, tell me your secret. Hopefully you've done a couple of rounds, so let's change direction. We come to stop in the middle. Let's remove our arms and we're going to begin moving our shoulders and our arms a bit. So perhaps you want to have a couple of wriggles here. And then we're going to breathe with our arms. So let's breathe in and inhale all the way up to the top. Big breaths. And exhale down through heart center. Inhaling another bigger breath. Maybe looking up if it's comfortable. And then exhaling continuously all the way down. An even bigger one. Maybe leaning slightly back as you reach up. Controlling your exhale all the way up. Last one, biggest one. Let's bring the right hand down. And this time on our next inhale, we're going to roll the left arm up and over as we inhale. Maybe looking up under that armpit. Stretching from the fingertip down to the left hip. Take a couple of breaths here. Open the side body. Maybe you can even roll it back a little more. And then let's exhale that all the way down, all the way around, swapping sides. So the right arm is going to come up and over. Stretching from the right fingertips down into the right hip. And exhaling that back down and round. We're going to come back to our original side and over. And maybe you want to stay here, maybe this is fine. Or maybe even you want to lift up and give your wrist a little tug, slightly more active. Still rolling that elbow back, rolling your shoulder open. And exhaling everything down. Left fingertips go down, right arm comes up and over. Staying here is fine. You can even lift up. Looking under the elbow. And releasing. Let's just continue with that shoulder opening a little bit. Can you bring your right hand behind your head? And then options here, you can perhaps bring a left hand to guide it round. Maybe this feels good, maybe this is enough. Or maybe you want to bring your other hand underneath. If you find it hard to reach, you could hold on to your shirt, or you can join hands. Someone else wants to join. Sorry. So, I think everyone's had a bit of time with this. Hopefully your right shoulder's feeling a little open. Maybe you want to lean your head back a little bit, arching and opening your chest. And then releasing. Let's do this same thing on the left side. So your left arm comes up. Maybe you want to keep it there. Maybe you want to ease it along with one hand. Or if you want a bit more of a deeper stretch, the right arm can go under, hold your shirt, hold your fingers. Stretching into the shoulders. feeling that. It takes a bit of time to open up these muscles. Maybe you want to look up a little bit, opening the chest a little bit. And releasing there. Final little shoulder opener for us, a very simple one. If you can hold opposite elbows. I'm going to ask you, regular yogis, you know, we've done a lot of work with pushing the elbows back. So if I come slightly sideways, you can see, I'm going to think about drawing the arms back a bit. We're not going to crunch here into the lower back. We're going to draw our arms back. Maybe lift your chin a little bit, look up and breathe into that. So we've probably all been hunching, staring at our social media. And then let's swap the cross of your arms and bring them back. Look up, lift and reach back. And release. Okay, hopefully everyone's freed up a little bit here. We're going to work into the wrists a little bit with some mat work. So if you can come to all fours on your mat. If you have sensitive knees, this is a good point to get your towel or your cushion. You don't need them, probably, but it's just nice. Place your hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Let's start with just some regular cat and cow. So as we exhale, we want to arch everything away. Look at your navel, lift. And then on your inhale, you're going to draw your spine down, open your shoulders. Exhaling all the way, lifting up. Inhaling, drawing it down. One more, exhaling deeply, pushing back, lifting. Inhale all the way through. For the next round, you can stay here like this, especially if you have sensitive wrists, that's fine. If you would like to stretch out your wrists a little bit, you could bring your hands facing sideways, or if you're a little bit more comfortable, you can even bring them the other way around. If something is hurting your wrists, don't do it. If it's mild discomfort and stretching, you judge whether that is okay or not. I'm just going to do 2 rounds of cat and cow like this with your wrists either facing backwards or sideways, or just to stay working. So let's exhale all together, lifting away. And inhale all the way forward. Exhaling all the way back. Inhaling all the way forward. Last one. Exhale, really lift your spine as high as you possibly can. Inhale. Really dip it as low as you possibly can. Very nice. You can bring your hands back. Now, either you can keep your hands here, or you can turn them the other way. So your thumbs are out. We're not going to do cats and cows like this because this is pretty uncomfortable. You might find it easier with your hands up, or your hands down, or even just facing each other. Wherever you want to go to, we're just going to lift an arch and bring ourselves back a bit. Stretching out the wrists. This is really nice if you've been spending a bit long on your smartphones, on your devices. release. From here, we're just going to come into a puppy pose. Your puppy pose, if you already know it, please get back straight in. For those that aren't so familiar, you're going to bring yourself all the way down to the mat. You want to keep your knees, your hips above your knees. So for some of us, that will mean coming all the way to the mat. For some of us, that means coming a little less far. You can put your forehead on the mat or your chin. Opening the lower back here. Opening the shoulders too. If you're feeling like you want something a bit deeper in your shoulders, and please know this is just an option, it might be quite deep enough for you as it is, but you can always bring your wrists together. But this could be too deep in your shoulders, it could be too much. You respect where your body is today. And gently releasing. And place your hands shoulder width apart. Maybe take away your towel. I'm going to lift up gently into our first downward dog of the day. So the point in our down dog is that we want to stretch our spine out. So think about bending your knees and really lifting your hips as high as you can. Lift those hips, get them up. Very nice. And try and keep your hips as high as they can go, and then maybe stretch out your legs a little bit, but the legs do not need to straighten. If your down dog looks like this, that's fine. The 3, 2, and 1. Looking towards your hands, let's step towards the top of our mat. Hope everyone's feeling good. When I stand up, you're not going to see my face. Sorry. Can you come to a comfortable standing position? Your feet can be big toes touching or hip width apart. Whatever works for you today. We're going to do the slowest, very most mindful sun salutations possible. So I want you to think about tucking your tailbone under, lift all 10 toes and let them down into the mat. Exhale, pull the air out. Let's inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, bend deeply, bend your legs, folding forward. This is where it's nice to have a chair. Let's inhale, we're going to come halfway, we're going to look into this point a bit, coming into our flat back tabletop pose. So you have options here. If you have a chair, this is sometimes nice to use a chair just to balance yourself. Maybe you want to have hands to shins. Maybe you can find a straight back with hands on the floor. Wherever you are, I want you to concentrate on stretching between the crown of the head and your tail. We're going to stay for a few breaths here. So our goal is to explore and find that sense of stretching and lengthening. Maybe here in your tabletop, you want to micro bend one leg and the other and just feel, what is it like this morning to lengthen your spine? Maybe you can notice drawing your shoulders back, pushing your crown of your head away. Wherever you are, let's exhale and fold all the way down. And let's come all the way back up again. So inhaling, we reach up and we rise. One more mini round like that. Let's exhale, folding deeply, bending legs. When we do our forward fold, we want the tummy to touch the thighs. Very easy for me. And then inhale, come up again to your halfway, to your tabletop. And you might be on the shins. You might be balancing with the help of a chair. You might feel that you want something more and you might want to stretch your arms forward for a moment. Still noticing the length in our spine for 3, 2, 1. Exhaling and folding. Inhaling, maybe you want to lead with the arms all the way up. Exhaling, heart center. For the next round, we're going to go back and do more of a typical sun salutation. So let's inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, halfway, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands down and find your way back to your plank. After plank, it's up to you whether you want to do knees, chest, chin, cobra pose, or a chaturanga. I don't have so many options, so I'm just going to go in with the chaturanga, but you decide. Coming down, whoops, and let's come up to our cobra pose or up dog. Opening here. And then let's come all the way back into our downward facing dog. Holding on here for 4. Maybe bend one leg than the other, stretching into your hamstrings. 2. And 1. Looking towards your hands, you can step, hop, or float to the front of the mat. Coming up halfway. One more time. Exhale and fold. Inhale, reach all the way up. And to heart center. Let's do one more. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, folding deeply. Inhaling halfway, lengthen your spine. Exhaling, hands come down, moving back into your plank and then into whatever comes next for you. Maybe knees, chest, chin. Inhaling up into your cobra or up dog. And then exhaling back into your downward facing dog. Hopefully by now we're beginning to notice that our downward dog is getting a little bit more comfortable. And it's fine to keep exploring your hamstrings. Maybe we're not getting out as much as usual. Your gaze, your eye gaze might be towards your ankles, your knees, or even up towards your navel, your belly button. Wherever you are, let's look towards our hands and step to the front, coming up halfway, lengthening. Exhale and fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Hands to heart center. We're going to bring in some lunging shapes next. So if you have any knee issues, then maybe bring your padding close by. Nothing too hard. Everyone can do this. So let's inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way down, bending, folding. Inhale, come halfway. Exhale, hands down, step back. And then from here in our downward facing dog, can you lift your right leg up in the air? So I'm going to use a bit of strength here. Lift the leg as high as it can go. I'm going to hold it up here for 3, 2, and 1. Now you're going to bend that leg, and you want to be kicking your own bum. Try and kick your left bum cheek. Try and lift the right knee up. Opening the hip for 3, 2, 1. Straighten that right leg up. And rock forward into your plank shape. Bring the right leg towards the right tricep. And let's step it outside of your right tricep. If you need to pad up your knee, please do so. Now we're going to do some lunging here. You want to feel the stretch here. We're going to be feeling the stretch on the hip flexor. You don't want to feel any discomfort in this knee. If your knee is not above the ankle, you need to scooch your ankle forward. If lunging is not comfortable for you, you maybe can bring your chair for a bit of support, and your lunge might look more like this, or a bit deeper. Sometimes just having a chair is nice. We want to concentrate our attention on feeling the stretch here in our hip flexor. So whether you've got a chair or whether you are balancing without maybe your hands on hips or hands on knees, we're just stretching out that left hip flexor. Breathing into it. And then gently coming down. Place your hands down. And we're going to carefully lift ourselves back up into our three-legged dog. And place the leg down. Walk out your dog. Reset. I think we can do the other side. So let's lift up the left leg as high as we can. 4, lift it up. 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to open up that left leg, trying to kick your right bum cheek. Nice and high. Feel that stretch. 3, 2, 1. And then straightening the left leg out again. Going to rock forward into our plank. Bring the left leg towards the left tricep. And step it down. Again, pad up your knee if that's what you need. Also check, is your knee over your ankle? If so, you want the knee to be above the ankle. This time we want to feel our stretch on the right hip flexor. And if having a chair or something for a bit of balance helps you, honestly, this is really nice. I don't normally do this with a chair, but it feels good. So whatever works for you. Chair or no chair, hands on knees, hands on hips. Giving that right hip flexor a bit of time to open up. And then gently bring your hands down, up we come, and maybe you can step your left foot all the way back into your three-legged dog, and then set it down, looking towards your hands. Let's come all the way to the top of the mat, but I'd like you to set your feet about mat width with the toes pointing out. And we're going to come into our yogi squat, our malasana. So in your malasana, think about getting your bum down. You might need your heels up, and that is fine. It might be that a rolled up towel under your heels is helpful. You might not. In your malasana, you want to be using your elbows to push your knees out. Gonna hold on here for a little bit. Breathing into it. Now you're welcome to stay exactly as you are. Perhaps you're up on your heels, perhaps they're down. Come out of it anytime if you're feeling discomfort in the knees, or otherwise, if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can bring your right hand down and maybe your left arm up, opening your shoulder. Pushing your left fingertips as far away from you as possible. And then let's swap sides. So this time, the left arm comes back in, the left fingertips down and away from you, the right arm up and over you. And then you can bring them all the way up. Bring your feet back towards a number 11. And let's just shake it all out with a wide-legged sort of forward fold. You could keep fingertips on the floor, bring hands to hips. Or if it feels good, maybe you want to clasp your hands behind your back and release a bit here. Whichever forward fold you are exploring, I'd like you to try micro-bending one leg and really straightening the other, and then switching sides. Still working into the hamstrings. And then wherever you were, let's come all the way up. Our next pose, we're gonna, sorry, I just want to check the time. We've got about 5 minutes left to go. So, our final pose, and you're going to need to do the Shavasana by yourself, is going to be an eagle pose. This is very nice for balancing the body. So, coming to a comfortable position, and if you're feeling a bit unstable, having a chair balance is also good for this. Come down to sitting like you're in a seat. And you're going to lift the left leg first over the right leg. If you're feeling a bit tired or dizzy, this is still fine. You can keep your foot down. If you want to go a bit deeper, you can sit more into it. If it's available in your body today, you can even fully cross the legs. Just be careful that that bottom knee is not feeling stressed. So because our left leg has gone over, our left arm will go under. And again, this is fine. This is fine. In your eagle pose, try to sit your bum down, try to lift yourself up. I'm going to balance here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next bit, a bit trickier, but you're welcome to try with me. You can stay in your eagle, or you can begin. Step your back leg back. into a bit of a high lunge. Lifting your elbows here. Straighten your back leg, look up. And exhaling all the way. You can release hands and step to the front of the mat. One more side to go. So this time, you're going to sit back, and the right leg is going to come over the left. Staying here is fine. Coming to here is fine. All the way twisting is fine. Whatever works in your body today. The right arm is going to go under the left. Could be backs of hands touching or crossing. Wherever you are, try to tuck your bum under. Try to lift your elbows. And we're going to balance here. 4. One side is going to be less good than the other. 3. 2. And 1. And you're welcome to stay here a bit longer in your eagle. Or if you want to join me, you can rock slightly forward, lift that right leg and step it all the way back into an eagle arms lunge on the other side. 3, 2, and 1. Gently releasing, gently coming down. Ooh. Let's take a breather here. So, you are welcome to forward fold in a normal forward fold. Or if you want to use your chair, this is quite a nice way to forward fold. And let's inhale all the way up. We're going to close today's practice with a few seated poses. So I'll come a little closer. I would like you, hope everyone's feeling okay, to stretch your right foot out. So the right leg is straight, the left leg is bending. Your left foot might come in to the calf, to the groin, it may not. I want you to concentrate on drawing the right toes back towards yourself. That takes a bit of strength, and it's quite hard work here on the thigh. Think about opening your chest here. Keep that thigh engaged. Let's bring our arms up. Push your shoulders open and maybe look up. We're going to breathe deeply for 3, 2, and 1. So, we want to stretch out. And we're going to be making that stretch on this side of the body. It might be easier leaning on something. You might not want anything to lean on. Your hand might come down. If you are feeling particularly flexible and limber today, your right hand can hold the foot. Either way, I want you to feel that stretch from the left hip to the left fingertips while keep that right toes pointing towards yourself. 3, looking up under the armpit if it's available. 2, and 1. Oh. Let's switch sides. So, right leg comes in, left leg goes up. Again, using a lot of leg strength. You really want to be drawing the sole of the left foot in. So when you've got that left thigh nice and engaged, let's hold opposite elbows again and think about pushing your elbows back. So we're opening the chest, breathing up into this pose. 3, 2, and 1. And again. So your options, it can be really nice just to use a bit of balance here. So either with the chair, maybe your hand on the floor, or maybe holding the opposite side of that leg, whatever works for you. Let's roll the right arm up and over, keeping this leg very active, stretching from the hip to the fingertip, looking up under that arm if your neck is okay with it. 3, for 2, for 1, and releasing. Got 2 more poses to go. Hope everyone's feeling good. We are going to cut into our down angle pose. So you know what this looks like for you. The more you draw your feet towards your groin, the less depth of stretch you're going to get in the hips. The more you open them, especially if you have tight hips, this might be more comfortable for you. In your down angle pose, you could stay here. This would be fine. If you want to continue working into your shoulders, some options might be to match your fists behind your back, or to bring your hands together behind your back. I'm going to go for hands together behind my back. And we're going to have 5 long breaths here, so quite a while. Really breathe into it. Let's all fold together. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Gently releasing. 2 more poses. Happy baby and Shavasana. So for your happy baby, we're going to come all the way onto our backs. And you want your hand to go inside of the knee, holding on to the outside of the foot. The more you stretch your feet over the knees, the more of a stretch it's going to be. But you want your tailbone and the back of your neck to be on the mat. So you might need to give yourself a bit of a double chin. We're just going to hold on here, stretching our spines out for a few minutes. This is another one of those poses where the longer we hold it, the more beneficial it is. Releasing the lower back, releasing our hips. And then gently you can release your legs. If you would like a twist, I'm going to talk you through some twists. At this point, if you're done, feel free to find Shavasana. Otherwise, you could bring your right leg over your left leg Rock your knees to the right side and then bring your arms out. You can look towards your right shoulder. And gently coming back to center, swapping across of your legs, dropping them to the left, look towards your left shoulder. Gently coming back to center. You're welcome to take any more stretches that your body is asking for. Or perhaps you want to go into the best pose. Bring your feet mat width distance. Let your toes roll up. Hands come to rest, palms facing up at your sides. I'm going to come and talk you through a guided meditation, but please stay in Shavasana. Maybe you can feel the ground beneath your feet. I'd like you to tell your toes to relax. Maybe you can notice the feeling of the soles of your feet. You can tell that to relax too. Your heels where they're touching the mat. Any tension there could be draining into the mat. Your ankles have nothing more to do here. Your calves have been holding you up. They can totally let go of any more stress or tension they're holding on to. Your knees can relax. Your thighs, your hips can relax. You can feel your seat supported by the mat. It has nothing to do here. It can release. It can let go. Feel your lower back where it lifts away from the mat. That can relax too. All the muscles of your tummy can relax. Your chest, breathing freely. Your shoulders, supported by the mat, they can just let go of whatever they were holding on to. melting away, releasing. You can feel your fingertips maybe curling in comfortably. The backs of your hands on the mat. Hands and wrists holding no tension. Your lower arms can fully release. Your elbows just easy. Your upper arms, nothing to hold. Your shoulders are still releasing, relaxing. Your neck has no tension. The back of your head is holding onto the mat. And that's relaxing too. Relaxing the muscles on our face. Relaxing your tongue. Your cheeks. Your forehead. Your eyebrows. Breathing deeply. Two minutes of silence now. Keeping your eyes closed. Maybe take any last stretches or movements that your body is asking for. Maybe stretching your arms up overhead as though you've just woken up from a lovely sleep. And then try to keep your eyes closed as you roll onto one side. The luxury of being at home, no one to disturb you. Let's find our way to a comfortable seat and just keep that feeling of peacefulness still with us. Can you bring your hands to heart center, eyes still closed, bowing down, sealing in the peace of today's practice. Yoga does not remove us from the reality or responsibilities of everyday life, but rather places our feet firmly and resolutely in the practical ground of experience. We don't transcend our lives, we return to the lives that we left behind in the hope of something better. I hope that today's practice has helped you find some peace and enjoyment in your life today. Closing the practice with a grateful heart. Namaste. I'm going to turn off this Zoom chat and I'll start another one immediately if anyone just wants to catch up and say hi to each other. It will be this same link. See you guys later.